and welcome to another episode of Wednesday Night Undressed. I am Lewis, your host, and today I am joined by Lauran, Alena, Chris, Cassidy,
hi,
Julian,
Assalamu alaikum.
and I think Evo's going to join us here shortly. How is everybody doing today?
spectacular.
Horrible.
Doing good.
Awesome.
How are you?
Good. So we are in the main area of the bar tonight. So I don't know how much of the background noise is actually getting picked up. It's only showing like very, very minor on the headset, but I can barely hear you guys over all the noise. So we'll just see how this turns out by the time that we're done. All right.
Yep.
Let's start by asking you guys, what is your favorite card game? And I'm going to start with you, Cassidy. Do you play cards at all?
I love playing cards. I do. Oh my god, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like you place down 5 cards face up, and then you have 5 cards piled up on each side. And
Go ahead.
you pull from, like, you have your own little deck. You split the card up evenly between the two people playing, and you try and oh, it's called Speed. Speed.
Gotcha.
Have you ever
Gotcha.
heard of it?
I have heard of it. I've played it. I lose Speed, though. Speed is
I
one
am
of the
so
Not,
good.
I haven't played in a long
card games
time.
that I actually lose.
I'm so good at it.
Say again, Chris?
I haven't played in a long time.
Gotcha. For some reason, Chris, your mic in particular is like super, super hot.
Do you want me to switch one?
No. Try it now.
Hello? Check.
Try it now.
Hello?
Now.
Hello?
There we go. Okay. I got you. All right. How about you, Alena? What's your favorite card game?
I really like 358.
I have no idea what 358
We
is.
gotta play sometime.
All right, how does it work?
It's 3 players,
Uh-huh.
and I'm trying to remember if I can get it correctly, but I think one player's trying to win 3 hands, one's trying to win 5 hands,
Right.
and the other one's trying to win 8 hands.
And what is a hand?
If I can remember the game correctly, because my dad always tells us the rules before we play.
Gotcha.
But there's always a trump card called. And then, which I hate, he ruined card games with that. His name ruins card games. But you always, the person who's making, I think, 8 hands gets to call the trump card because it's the hardest amount of hands to make.
Oh,
and then,
I got it now. Okay, got it.
Yeah. And then you everyone is trying to win, I think, with the highest.
High card wins.
Yeah.
And Trump takes high card.
Yeah, and the deck gets evenly split among all the players, but there's like 4 cards put in the center.
Your kitty, yeah.
Yeah.
And that counts as one hand?
So the 4 cards in the center, I think it's again the person trying to make 8 hands gets those 4 cards, and they can dump any 4 of their cards in exchange for those 4.
Gotcha.
And it goes like round by round. It's a fun game.
Good
it's
deal.
the simplest one I can play.
Awesome. Lauran, how about you?
I'm trying to think of what it's called.
Describe it.
Oh, frick, I can't because I don't have the rules in front of me. I remember playing it in German class because it's a German card game and it's called like Moi Moi or something. And I cannot for the life of me remember how to play it. And I'm trying. I don't even know if that's the name. But
So is that like your favorite game?
It's the one I can think of right now. It's like really fun.
Gotcha.
For me.
Julian.
Or Slapjack.
Slapjack. That might be
Mostly
one
because
of
it
my
was an
favorites.
excuse for me and my sister to try to hit each other.
Right. Jules, what about you?
Don't say a bad word. It's in the name.
All right, I guess so.
Bullshit, real fun. I like that one.
How dare you? You are out of the will now.
Man,
That's serious.
you said I could.
Go ahead. What were you getting ready to say?
That Cards Against Humanity is pretty fun, but sometimes it can be boring. I'm not gonna lie, Uno on top because Uno has always and will always be there.
Right.
Uno is like the most classic of classic card games, and it's like the most fun.
Have you ever done Crazy Eights?
I played it like a couple times. It's not my style.
But it's Uno, just with a regular card deck.
Oh, I was thinking, what's that one card game you people love?
You're thinking of Spades.
No, I'm thinking of like you as in my family. You, Mom, Izzy, Grandma, Cassidy, Meredith.
Spades.
The one with all the numbers.
All of the cards have
There's
numbers.
No, but like the
No.
the one where it's like you have to go down 10.
Oh,
Wait, like bridge?
No, phase 10.
Phase 10. That game sucks. That game
I
absolutely
love
sucks.
Jason.
I'm counting this one because there's like a rendition of it. I don't know if I can say the name. Mafia. There's this one version that has a not good guy in the name, and it's kind of a card game, and I think it's really fun.
Are you talking about Secret Hitler?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I
I
wasn't
have
sure if that's
never
okay to
played
say.
Mafia as a card game in my life.
Okay, well, you've never played Secret Hitler. I'm just saying. It got cards.
It's just typically not a card.
So this is what I was
It got
curious about,
cards.
because like everybody actually named a game with playing cards, and so I wasn't sure if everybody. In fact, Chris, I'm shocked and stunned that you named a game with regular cards.
Like what? Well, as we were going through this, I mean, when I read the questions originally, the first one that came to my mind is an obscure one called a euchre.
I learned euchre in college, but
And-
I looked at this question, or I thought of this question, and because I was playing Magic the Gathering while I was sitting there.
Well, the game that came to my mind is here listening to people talk was Mutilborn,
Ah, yeah,
which
yeah,
was
yeah.
one of my favorite ones as a kid.
Yes. Go ahead, Jules.
I'm not gonna lie. Yu-Gi-Oh is also really good. I'm pre-firing this. Dad, your favorite's gonna be Magic the Gathering.
Right.
I just know that for a fact. I
Right.
just want to get that known.
Well, I don't know, because spades might actually be my favorite. Well,
La la
I don't
la
know.
la.
I mean, I
like
love
bridge.
spades too. I love
I
all
like
of those
bridge.
playing games.
Alena, did you ever play Bid Whist?
Which game?
Bid Whist.
I've played Whist, but not Bid Whist.
I'm sorry, Whist. I forgot. Yeah, Bid Whist is a completely different game. So, Phase 10 is essentially Whist.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, but it's a specialized deck.
Okay.
And it's a game like Evo introduced me to Whist during one of the bridge nights. So I would easily say like bridge, spades, Whist, and hearts. They're probably like my top 4 if I'm talking about playing card games. But just for like card games, like it opens up the possibility so much more that I can't.
Well, there's that one game that Bobby has. I think it's Dominion. He's got
Dominion
like
is good, yeah.
multiple sets of cards that he's always pulling out some app that he has to say, okay, we're gonna play with these sets.
Right. Cards Against Humanity. Did you say that, Jules?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't think of very many other ones that just aren't.
War.
War is good. Secret Hitler, that was a good call.
I found it.
Oh, what's your game?
It's called Mau Mau.
Mau Mau.
It's like similar to Crazy Eights and Uno. And like your goal is to have the jack be the last thing in your deck, and then once you slam it down, you yell meow meow, meow meow, and then you win. So
Do you lose if you say meow meow?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know if that's actually the correct pronunciation or if it's moi moi or like it's been so long
Is it
since
like-
I played it.
Is it Meemaw from Young Sheldon?
No.
Wow.
No, because like her name's Meemaw.
Wow.
Mau Mau.
Wow.
Meemaw.
You interrupted her story for
Yes.
that. Wow.
Yes, I really
Wow.
did.
You need to apologize to Lauran and to everybody else.
Well, if
at
I
the
don't
table.
wanna.
I just remember
I feel
playing
like-
it in German class like on days when my teacher was like, okay, we're just going to do random
Where did
stuff.
you take German? Was this in high school?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
I took 2 years of German. I still can't speak any of it.
I feel you. Cassidy, did I get you?
Yeah, I said speed.
That's right. You were first, right? Awesome. Okay, moving on. Did we or did we not create dire wolves? And by we, I don't mean the people at this table. I mean like the scientific
Humanity.
community. Yes.
I mean, I low-key made them. I don't know about y'all, but I already did that. But these people who like recently made them, right? Like, I'm gonna say that we made them because that sounds cooler, and that's a win.
Evo! What's going on? And Jamie too.
Hi, Jamie.
Pretty good. What's that? Yeah, we do have a couple of open mics just because there were spare.
No. There's an open mic in the.
Yeah, that's what they essentially. I talked to Brad early last week or 2 weeks ago, and he was like, "Yeah, we misscheduled, so we got to." When we first got here, Evo, there was literally like these 8 chairs were the only chairs open in the place. So,
So it's a baseball game too, right?
yeah, I think so. Yeah. So
If I sit there, I don't get to talk.
that's fine. That's fine. We won't make you talk. It's off.
But it's like, in reality, I don't think we really made dire wolves. They're like kind of a hybrid, but I'd like to
The new
say
one's
that
on
we did
Spice.
because that's, you know what I'm saying? That's a bigger win. That sounds cooler. That makes me happier.
Mr. Evo, you are here. You missed the first question, and this was a question specifically to you. What is your favorite card game?
Card game?
Yeah.
You probably already mentioned bridge.
Hold on. I can't hear you. I can hear
Yeah.
everybody else.
1, 2.
And it's showing you, but I can't hear you. How
Yeah.
about now?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Check, check, check.
No.
It's the red one.
Yeah, it is. Try again.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
This is the weirdest thing ever.
Both are off. Yellow and red.
Hold on. Try the yellow one now.
1, 2, 3. Check, check, check. Syllabus. Appendix.
So it's showing. I can only hear me through this. Talk, Jules.
Hello?
Okay, talk, Evo.
I buy honey and I kiss it on the lips. It's,
That's
Can we hear
hilarious.
him now?
Hello?
Something's weird. I can hear you. Chris, can you talk?
Hello, hello,
I can
hello.
hear you, but
1, 2, 3. Check, check,
these
check.
2 mics, I cannot hear.
They're short wiring.
1, 2, 3.
That's so weird.
Do you want my mic?
Yeah, give Evo your mic, because,
Just for now.
yeah,
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Check, check, check.
there we go, for whatever
Maybe it
reason.
was me.
No, it's legit, like I don't have those mics selected or something. But they're obviously selected right here. Anyway, what is your favorite card game?
It's bridge, contract
It is
bridge.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha, yeah.
You and I played bridge with some sketchy characters way back.
We would travel to
Yeah.
these tiny little,
There's an underground culture, bridge culture,
Yeah.
with bizarre, like mafia type characters playing bridge in remote locations.
a traveling remote
Yeah,
location.
like in the country, like opulent houses.
Yeah.
And you know, it felt a few times. It felt like eyes wide shut
Yes.
situation.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it was just bridge, thankfully, and yeah, I love the game because it involves a partner, and you have to communicate your cards together within the parameters of the rules, and it just involves kind of a little bit of chess type strategy.
Uh-huh.
So and I like whist as well.
So those
Whist.
are the two, like I mentioned right before you got here, that like for me it's probably bridge, spades, whist, and hearts, probably in that order, like
Nice.
top 4.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was saying to Alena that you introduced me to whist, but it's phase 10 with a standard deck of cards. So
People play less and less cards. Have you noticed this? It used to be such a big thing.
yeah.
And
Oh yeah, I remember lots of bridge going on when I'd visit my grandparents at the retirement homes.
yeah. Now people play cards in retirement homes and prisons. That's it.
That's really
Yeah,
it. Like,
yeah.
if you're not playing some $50 card
Poker,
deck,
yeah.
or you know, what, poker is the one game I didn't talk about. But you know, like there's this awesome store in Overland Park called Tabletop Gaming. Tabletop Games is the name of the store, and like just about every game in there is like $50, and they're like fantastic games. But you don't. I think we went in there, and I think we were eventually able to find like just a standard deck of cards, because it's just not on the menu for most people nowadays. And so, like, for somebody like me that like literally read the Hoyle, you know, encyclopedia of cards to try to learn every game that's in there.
There's a game in Bulgaria called Bridge Belot.
Uh-huh.
It's a variation on the bridge. It's simplified, and it's the most popular game in the country. Everybody knows the game, and it's like cult following.
Uh-huh.
So everybody plays the game since they're kids, and you can see to this day people in the parks playing and getting really heated.
Right.
And it's kind of it's not that far from bridge, but it does not involve as much thinking and strategy. So it's very popular. Bridge Belote. I think the origins are French of the Bridge Belote, but it's very, very big in Bulgaria, and I don't know of any other country that plays it.
Gotcha. Alena mentioned earlier 358. We need to play that because I haven't played that in forever. So the three of us should sit down and play
We
that.
should play. Yeah, I was surprised you hadn't played. It'll be fun.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the next question is, Julian, you had kind of given your, you had admitted that you are, in fact, the single person that did create the dire wolves.
Oh, yeah.
So the question is, did we actually create dire wolves? What do you think, Cassidy?
Me?
Yeah.
No. It's like, it reminds me of, you can genetically clone your pets. And that's what it reminds me of. It's like, it's not your original pet, but it is like genetically the same, but it's still not like fully the same. You know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So that's how I think of it.
What do you think, Chris?
I was just saying, I agree that that we didn't create a dire wolf. I mean, it's hard to exactly say what a dire wolf is. I mean, because they went off. What I remember reading is they went off of what was shown on Game of Thrones,
Right.
which is a fictional wolf.
Uh-huh.
And from what I understand, they just basically took wolf DNA, added some to, or manipulated DNA to basically make it all white coat, which, okay.
Well, and huge. They made it so that it's huge, but it's...
Yeah, but there's big wolves, there's small wolves. I mean,
Yeah.
Is there really a difference between is that really the main distinction between a regular wolf and a dire wolf? Is the dire wolf is just bigger.
Gotcha.
You know, because we got Great Danes and we've got Chihuahuas for dogs.
Uh-huh.
I mean that they're still dogs. You
Gotcha.
know.
Gotcha. Evo, what are you thinking? Just want to grab Chris's.
I think science needs to abandon this effort and try to bring back the Dire Straits.
Amen.
All right,
Because
Jules.
this is one of the best bands ever,
Right,
ever.
Mark
and they're
Knopfler.
gone. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
From what I know, the dire wolves, what they are is they take any type of usable DNA from like a fossil, or not a fossil, but like they. So scientists made these things called woolly mice, which was woolly mammoth DNA mixed in with mice, right? No. Yeah, was that not it?
It wasn't. They didn't use woolly mammoth DNA. They just manipulated the mice
Oh, I thought
DNA to grow longer fur.
I mean, still, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was like they had to get the DNA and then they had to put that, or they had,
No,
that's why they can't do dinosaurs.
They just tricked the mice DNA into growing longer than it normally does.
Well, then, even so, how is like, yeah, the difference is size, but like the difference between a regular lizard like a gecko and a T-Rex is mostly size. So it's like, I mean, that's not true, but like, you know what I mean? It's a size issue.
It's more a difference between some bird and a T-Rex than a gecko and a T-Rex, but
They're both lizards.
well, we don't particularly know that, but they're they're more related to birds than they are geckos.
Okay, well, I know that lizards are geckos and that lizards are dinosaurs because I was there. Let's make that clear.
Go ahead, Evo.
Yeah, so did you talk about the woolly mammoths? In
No, not yet.
Siberia
Not
and
yet.
All that stuff. So they were able to recover woolly mammoth DNA from a frozen woolly mammoth in Siberia. Did you guys know that the woolly mammoths existed during the Egyptians, during the Egyptian Empire? There was an island off Russia that had a very, very large herd of woolly mammoths. Woolly mammoths are relatively recent, and they were able to find a woolly mammoth frozen in a block of ice and extracted usable DNA. And from what I understand, there were attempts to inseminate an elephant. To gestate a woolly mammoth, and I don't know, I haven't heard anything from that was like a few years back, so I'm guessing it was either unsuccessful or it was successful, but they decided not to share the information. So I guess it's possible. This whole thing from Jurassic Park, the Michael Crichton story with the amber that captures a mosquito that has sucked the blood of a dinosaur, I think that was debunked by science, that they said that's not going to happen.
Gotcha.
But the woolly mammoths actually was extremely well preserved, including the wool, the flesh, and the contents of its stomach were preserved. So that's doable. I want to see saber-toothed tigers.
That
would be
would
cool.
be cool.
That would be very cool.
So, I guess going to what you were saying, Chris, about the woolly mouse. So if they altered the DNA of the mouse in the way to mimic the DNA of the mammoth, would that be radically different from creating a woolly?
I think the goal was to try to trick then ultimately elephant DNA to grow longer fur, because elephants do have some hair.
Right.
But it just doesn't grow, and so this was an experiment to see if they could trick, some DNA to, and since, we've been working with mice for years and years and years, I mean, basically all those white mice you see in labs are basically clones of, white mice from years and years and years ago.
Right.
So we know how they work, and so we've been playing around with them for years, and I think that's ultimately the goal, is to try to manipulate elephant DNA to get somewhere a woolly mammoth, although I don't.
So, pulling it back to the direwolf question, if we have viable DNA for direwolves, and we can know what that looks like, and we can then alter a wolf's DNA to fit the profile of the direwolf DNA, did we create a direwolf? Or maybe a better question is it possible for us to ever create a direwolf? What would we have to do?
I'd say your scenario is probably pretty true, that if you really knew exactly what a dire wolf's DNA looked like, and then manipulated a modern wolf to that, you would probably have then, I would say, a dire wolf.
Right.
But
ladies, anybody got any thoughts on this? Everybody's on their phone right now. Go ahead, Lauran.
Essentially, what we're talking about is like how dog breeds exist. Like different dog breeds were like they take different breeds, breed them together, and then you end up with all these other specific breeds. It's just like it's eugenics is what it is.
So I think it's a little bit different. I could be wrong, but like all dogs are the same species. When we're talking about dire wolves versus like the common wolf, we're talking about two different species of animal.
Right.
So the question is, like, can we re-engineer a pre-existing and now extinct species just with the DNA knowledge? What you thinking, Jules?
I'm thinking, a big thought I was having was like, if we can get an exact copy of direwolf DNA, but we made that, is that the same animal? Is that something different? But it also reminded me, in my biology class, right, we're doing a unit on like genetics and stuff like that.
Right.
And we were talking about like the thing they actually used, I forget what it's called, to like manipulate DNA and create new thingies.
CRISPR?
Yeah, CRISPR.
Yep.
And me and my friend were talking, and we decided that we want to get one and then create a species of lizard men that inflicts people with lizard man cancer to turn them into lizard men, so we can have a lizard man in apocalypse.
That's very, I can only really say high school. Evo, can you try that red mic and tell me if it's working now?
1, 2, 3, check.
It's not. All right. So yeah, if you can grab Chris's. What are your thoughts, Mr. Evo? Are we creating dire wolves?
Well, I chimed in on dire straits, of course, but and on the woolly mammoths, I think first of all I don't understand the dire wolf. It just sounds like a bigger wolf.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine that would be very hard to recreate. We can freaking breed bigger wolves.
Right, yeah.
So just because they have a cool name doesn't make them that amazing. I would rather have them extract DNA from a rare mammal on Manhattan Island and bring back Woolly Giuliani.
Wow.
That is a beast.
that I want to see, like maybe millions and millions of Woolly Giulianis.
Is the I heard something about this once again in my science class. It was they're trying to bring the Tasmanian tiger back. I think we're really close to that one. I'm not gonna lie, because that's like pretty recent.
So, has anybody here read Frankenstein?
Yes.
Okay, has anybody here seen or heard of this documentary on ignoring science called Superman, where like they didn't listen to the scientist when he said you're gonna fucking blow up the planet if you're like not paying attention? Like, I feel like there's a lot of shit that we're doing like in the name of knowing how to do it without really thinking about
Oh yeah, that's
why we're doing it. Every Superman that has ever been, his parents, he comes from the planet Krypton. His father was a scientist.
Oh, yeah,
The rest
like
of
the-
yeah. So like
His
this-
origin, not the plot of the movie.
I sometimes wonder why we're wasting so much resources doing things like this when there's people going hungry in the world.
Go ahead, Jules.
Once again, in my science class, we are also talking about ecology specifically, and a project we actually have to do. I think it's our final is take one of 4 extinct species and then consider if we bring them back. Not only where would they fit in an ecosystem, would that be sustainable, and at the end, is that more beneficial than it is harmful?
So this is actually one of the biggest questions that has been raised with this direwolf thing. Like, if you brought a direwolf back, like, could it even survive? Like, there's nothing that the direwolf species ate that's currently available. So, even if if such a thing is possible, can we do it? If such a thing is possible, should we do it? And if we did it, would it survive? Like, these are all the things that like nobody seems to be asking. So.
Or what would it destroy if you did bring it back? I mean, if it would survive, but then it would end up, devastating some other species.
Right. What if we bring back the direwolf and it kills like
All the other wolves, and
Yeah.
now we have the dire wolves and no wolves, and
all the chickens or something weird like that? So.
That's my thought with woolly mammoths. If we have woolly mammoths, are we just gonna drop them in the Arctic or something, or in like Canada where it's really cold, or are we gonna leave them where they are right now?
We'll just have air conditioning. They'll be fine.
The UK doesn't have it. I don't think
Right.
mammoths are gonna have it.
Right. Fair.
What other animal would be really cool if it was woolly? Like woolly flamingo or
A cat.
Woolly cat. Well, cats are
Let's call
there's
it a Maine
cats
Coon.
that are very woolly.
Okay, but there's a difference in wool and fur.
Woolly
about
armadillo.
How about a woolly cat?
A
Fish.
naked mole.
Woolly
bearing.
naked mole.
They're just trying to get the fur bearing
That would be a
trout. No, just feel
oxymoron,
grossed
right?
out.
I want to have a woolly naked cat. It's literally the same, except if it had hair, it would be really long.
What about a woolly cockroach?
No, thank you.
I'm gonna throw up. No.
Thank
The
you.
woolly mosquito.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All right. So I was watching Hank Green's YouTube channel the other week, and or actually it was like just a couple days ago, and he asked the question. Did I skip over Cassidy? Oh, because Cassidy was on her phone.
No, I answered the question. PTSD.
Of Hank Green?
Yes.
Why do you hate
I have
Hank
to watch
Green?
this man every single time I walk into my psychology class. Like,
Hank Green is the shit.
oh my god, my one friend is like attracted to him.
Dude, I am.
Okay, so Hank Green
You're
asked,
attracted to a fox.
asked the question, what's worse for society,
You act like
weed
that's a thing.
or gambling?
Gambling.
So I'm going to start with you, Lauren.
Sorry, it's just like people who seriously say weed would be the downfall of anything is pretty much just based on propaganda that's been outdated even when it existed in the 40s. So gambling genuinely ruins lives. People will lose their entire life savings from gambling. People lose their houses. People lose their families. I have never heard of this happening with someone who just smokes a little bit of weed. Because you know what they do? They sit on the couch and eat Cheetos and watch Aqua Teen Hunger Force. That's all we do. And I'm saying this as a person, I don't smoke all the time.
Right.
But I lived in California where it was legal, and I did partake.
Yeah.
I partook in high school living here where it was not legal.
I know. I just like my son sitting right here. I don't need him hearing this.
This is such a negative influence on my mind.
It's not like I know where the dealers are anymore,
Right.
but like,
All right, Jules, what are you thinking?
It's obviously weed. Everyone who's ever lost gambling is exactly that, a loser. I always win. I gamble every day. I've made so much money. I always win. Let's get that clear. Gambling is the greatest thing to ever happen to me. No, but seriously, I think they're both really bad. I really am not a fan of weed. I've watched someone basically like have their entire life like destroyed from weed. So it's like I can never support it because just I've seen what it does, like on the bad side. Like, yeah, if you're smart with it, go ahead. But I think almost all substances, especially right now, are way too easy for children to get a hold of, and it can absolutely like cook a child.
that sounds like
Whether
a problem with the person, not the weed.
Hey, I don't care if it's a problem with the substance or not. I'm just saying the fact that people can get a hold of it means that it's bad. That's why I don't support smoking, vaping, or even drinking for the most part.
I don't support tobacco or vaping, so.
Miss Cassidy, what do you think?
Move on. I'm a sign language interpreter. She's saying move on.
Okay, all right.
Or like come back.
All right, Miss Alena, what do you think?
For me personally, we talked about this a little bit earlier. I would think gambling in general, just because people go into debt generally with gambling.
Right.
And weed it seems like something that, it like affects different people differently. I know that it's like doesn't interact with my biology very well, but I would think in general gambling just like frequently destroys people's lives.
Gotcha. Oh, you're ready now, Cassidy. All right, go right ahead.
So I have very mixed opinions on all substances. I mean, weed, for the most part, yeah, I would agree with like a lot of people having a hold of it. I mean, I realize like some places it's like a medical prescription, but like, I don't think everybody should have a hold of it at all. So, but I still don't think it's nearly as damaging as. Actually, I mean, weed could affect your brain, but gambling just kind of affects your bank account. So I think both. It's a lose-lose situation. You know what I mean?
So
that's
I'm
what
hearing
I
both
think.
of you guys say that they're kind of equally dangerous.
No.
That's what
Don't
I
get me
think.
wrong. I think gambling can be like a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not gonna sit here and pretend like weed isn't harmful.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
because especially like most people,
Uh-huh.
I feel like, 90% of people start smoking weed when they're like teenagers.
Right.
Which, if you're not 25, your frontal lobe isn't even fully like developed at
Right,
all.
right.
Your brain is still completely undeveloped, and you are using a substance that will just make that worse for you later on. So, it really depends on like the age of the person. I think. I don't know. Maybe their demographics. That's what it is. Yeah.
Gotcha. Chris, what are your thoughts?
I'm going to jump off of both Cassidy and your boy and talk
Damn.
about how it's basically the real problem is addiction, because both weed and gambling aren't really a problem unless you're addicted to them. And so, there's plenty of people who earn their livings through gambling, and that's basically how they live. Weed can be a problem. I know people who have basically just kind of not really destroyed their lives, but gone nowhere because, they smoked way too much and just sat on the couch, or, worse, got into harder stuff because, they just wanted to chase that high.
So,
But the real problem is the addiction, and not either one of those things themselves. Because
Gotcha. All right, that tracks. Mr. Evo?
Yeah, that's very, very smart. What Chris said was too much of each can be destructive. Really, too much of anything can be destructive. Any kind of extreme is really, really toxic. And weed looks kind of harmless, but it can be a massive demotivator if you consume too much of it. And it can have the same effect on your life that gambling does, and take away little by little everything else. And you can lose your job, and you can lose your motivation, you can lose your property if you commit yourself to either one of those things. So yeah, they're both dangerous. With gambling, it's becoming ubiquitous because most states have now allowed legal sports gambling. In Europe, it's been legal for quite a while, and I've seen a lot of people's lives destroyed by it. And also, I know people who just smoke themselves to oblivion and just lose themselves in this. It's interesting because the two things work in opposite direction. Like gambling is about a rush of adrenaline and this feeling of excitement of taking a chance, and weed is opposite. It represses adrenaline, and it slows everything down. But they both can be very addictive, and I know that nowadays people say, "Oh, weed is nothing," but no, people can it can become everything to a person. So.
Yeah, I tend to think so. I think as like looking at it from like where we need legislation, I would say gambling would be the priority, but yeah, I think there's got to be guide rails around all of it. So
Yeah.
go ahead, Jules. Oh, I'm done. So
No, you can go.
oh, I'm sorry. Alena, go ahead.
Yeah, we were talking about how like weed is a kind of like over. People often get like over persecuted for having weed, and gambling is like gambling is legal, and they just allowed like sports gambling in Kansas, and a bunch of people went into debt, and it does feel like you were talking about the surveys online, but it does feel like one of the biggest problems with weed is the over persecution of like people, especially people from different backgrounds that are like smoking weed publicly, but also like agree that people should use caution and definitely not be using substances before their brains are developed. And yeah,
that was one of the things that Hank's podcast talked about specifically, how one of the most detrimental effects of weed legislation is the over-policing of certain populations, typically those that are melanin enhanced, and the ability that gives, the state to selectively prosecute. Like, if all races use weed at the same rate in society, why are the African American prosecutions like so much more? Like outside of what it should be for their ratio in society. What you thinking, Jules?
It has to be prosecuted. Weed has to be prosecuted because if you smoke too much weed, you will use up your gambling money.
Right. Right. Go ahead, Jules.
I know this one dude. He used to go to my school. He would either come to my English or my math class high almost every day.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying, he was my age, 15 years old. Like, that's so cooked. And it's way too easy to get a hold of it.
Right.
Like, I don't care what you say. It's way too easy to get a hold of it, especially as a younger man.
Right.
It's always been that way. I mean, my best friend in college knew a guy in his high school who got high every single day and still maintained a 4.0.
I mean, yeah, some people can do that, but at the same time, I just don't think that's a majority. I think we should really like crack down on it for minors. If you're above the legal age, you do you, bro. Like, that's all you. But it seriously affects people my age.
And by crack down, you mean replacing the weed with crack?
No, with gambling.
All right.
Wait.
It's the same thing. I'm fine.
I want one more thing.
Okay.
Evo, you said weed makes you calm and gambling gets you excited, right?
Yeah.
So if I smoke weed while I'm gambling, will I be like perfectly normal in a clear state of mind?
Well, what's gonna happen is I
Depends
thought
on the
about
strain.
that. Yeah, I thought about that. The more weed you smoke, the less you're gonna gamble.
No.
It's gonna.
You gotta.
I get high and I sleep.
What if I support my
That's what I do.
my weed addiction with gambling?
It's like a never-ending cycle of sin. So yeah, awesome.
You gamble away your weed.
Pretty soon you'll find yourself in Vegas. You'll be in a gutter somewhere.
Right. Let's see. Did I get everybody on that? I talked to you. I think I'm good. All right. So we are at the last question of the evening, and I'm going to ask the younger people here first. So for the younger folks, that means you four in particular, do you guys have plans, dreams is not strong enough, but plans is probably too strong, of owning your own home?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys still do actively think that that's like, part of. What about you, Cass? You're kind of looking back and forth.
Well, if I was like rich, I guess, because like apartments can be like really nice, or like a townhome. I think those are really. I used to live in a townhome. I really loved it. I mean, I've lived in like all types of like townhome, apartment, and house. And I would have to say townhome's like my favorite. And it wasn't really a home, but also there's so many pros to having like an apartment over a home, like free maintenance for one of them. Like I would want my own personal maintenance man, probably if I had a home, or like a row home. That's what I want.
Gotcha. Alena, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I'm around 30. A lot of my friends are getting houses, some of them, and some of them are still in apartments, and it's a big, like, mixed bag in terms of where everyone is right now. And I think that I would probably want to get a space a little bit bigger than where I'm living at now, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a home.
Gotcha.
I know that, like, sometimes it seems like the mortgage will be cheaper, but then I see, like, with my parents' home, like, how much has to be upkept and how much you have to, like, repair things constantly.
A little bit every day.
Yeah.
So legit, that's why I kind of posed the question like the way that I did. I wanted to get the non-homeowners first, and then like talk to the homeowners and say, if you could do it over, would you still own your home? Go ahead, Jules.
My thing with homeownership is it's mostly like a privacy thing. Like, if I have my own house, I'm going to have neighbors, but like I'm not going to have someone right above or below me or next to me. I'm going to have that whole space to myself or whoever I live with. And I could see, like, I would rent like we used to. I would just rent if that's like an option, if that's cheaper.
Right.
But I also don't like, I'm not a fan of people who like, I'm not a fan of like, I guess people who rent out homes or companies who rent out homes, because a lot of times they like are very scummy. And the idea that at any time somebody can just raise how much I have to pay them and essentially evict me for no reason, it's just like a what is it? It's just a privacy and like safety, stability.
Yeah. All right, so Evo, Chris, what do you guys think? Is it essentially the question that I just asked? Like, is home ownership worth it?
I would say yes, provided that you've gotten into a home that you're happy with. I mean, if I had my druthers to do it over again where I'm living now, I probably would have gotten a slightly smaller home.
Right.
A full acre is a lot of work. Fortunately, there's a lot of bits of it that I can say I'm not going to work with this. I'm just going to let it grow over, and it kind of becomes my where I throw all the other stuff that I, the leaves that I bag up and the grass that I bag up and all that stuff. But for me, it really depends on how much space I kind of want. I mean, I love my house right now is because it's got a really nice workshop that I've set up. It's got an exit right out to the back yard, so I can bring in large bits of wood or large pieces of equipment into the house if I want to. It's probably more than my wife and I need, but, at this point we've hopefully, got a really good investment for the future so that, when we do eventually sell it, we'll, we definitely won't be underwater and
Good deal.
will not have lost any money.
Good deal. Lauran, what were you thinking?
Well, I didn't get to answer. So, for me, it's also just about being able to make a space my own. Because you can't really do that with apartments. Like, if you paint the walls, you have to paint them back at the end of it. And, you have to be so careful with putting holes in the walls and all this stuff. And I'm like, I really want to just have a space where I can do whatever I want with the space. Plus, I want my own library. So I don't think that's happening in an apartment. But also, I want a yard so my dogs have space to run around. That's
valid point. Yeah.
That is, currently I live with my grandma, and she has this giant yard, so my dogs are able to run around, but it's not fenced.
Right.
And I want a fenced yard. I want to be able to have my own space, be able to decorate it how I want it, and also have a fenced yard for my dogs to just run around and be happy.
Good deal. Mr. Evo.
Oh, I was listening to Chris, and he said that it's a great investment, and that's what really comes down to, because actually buying a home you're investing into something that always appreciates in price.
Right.
Almost everything nowadays around us depreciates. Almost everything we buy, vehicles, expensive furniture, whatever it is, electronics, it depreciates in price, but real estate always appreciates in price. So you can at a certain point refinance your home and help pay for your children's education that way, or you can sell it years later and you have money for your retirement. So yes, in this regard, I think it's worth it having a home. Also, a home is a place where you make a lot of memories, and it becomes more than just walls and brick and mortar. It becomes a sentimental place that fosters a lot of memories. And then it's also a huge challenge because nature wants to swallow your home. Always. That's the goal of nature.
Always.
Yes.
Yep.
The soil, the vegetation, the animals around, they want to kill your home. And if you don't upkeep, if you don't fight nature, it will be gone in 2 years. And so it's constant fight. You constantly have to repair damage from water, from ice, from freezing, from animals, freaking squirrels. We have a woodpecker that's now making holes in the siding. We had the bats in the attic. It's non-stop fight. If you have pets, yes, they love having a home, but their goal also is to destroy the home. They want. We have a puppy right now. We've always had a dog and a cat. Now we have a puppy that we discovered is trying to eat the walls of the house.
Oh, Nani used to do that when she was a puppy. Yeah.
Furniture gone. Carpets, forget it. So pets, dogs, cats, and children, they want to destroy the house. Nature wants to destroy the house. Animals on the outside want to destroy the house. So you have to constantly fight, reinvest, buy more stuff, pay more. It's a lot of expenditures of resources and effort, money, but also the home, once you get a home, it also becomes your hobby. And that's very important. It's a huge time eater, a house, and you have to give up some other hobbies because there's so much time that you have. So you have to work on your home. It's very satisfying when you complete the home project, you make your house better, but it's also a massive consumer of free time.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with all of that. And my suspicion when I asked the question was that the homeowners would talk about the investment value of the home, and the non-homeowners would talk about the presumed convenience of the home. And I think that everybody made a valid point, because when I didn't own a home, I wanted a home for a lot of the reasons that you talked about, Lauran. And same with you, Julian, the wanting to have privacy and stability, because those are super important. So yeah, I think homes are going to be home ownership is still going to be a goal for a couple generations still, even though they're super exorbitantly expensive now.
Yeah, and I do hope that we do get a little more compact. I do think having the spread out suburban nature of the United States, we really do need more, like Cassidy was talking about, row houses a lot closer together. I mean, you look at streets in New York or Chicago where they've got the brownstones all like one next to each other. I mean, those are individual houses.
Yeah.
And those are just fine for me. I mean, I would be happy with something like that, particularly having like a smaller yard to take care of than I do right now would be really nice.
It'd be interesting if we switched to a model of owning apartments as opposed to renting them. That would be an interesting change.
Isn't that what
as well.
condos are?
Kinda, yeah. So, all right, I think if that is the last comment. Julian, you got anything you want to add?
Yeah. My biggest thing about home ownership is how much they cost, and how for a long while the best way to get rich was to buy a house and sell it later for more money, because they just keep going up. And I think that's kind of stupid, because that's just making it harder for each next generation to get a house. So I don't like it, but that's how it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm not throwing shade, because that's what you're going to do, because that's just what you got to do, you know what I'm saying, in this economy.
Corporatism.
But it's
No,
I
slippers piss me the
just think it sucks like, yeah, house flipping is so horrible. But like, what you're doing, where you actually use a house and own it for who knows how long, and then you sell it later in life when you actually like.
Typically, what the goal was, you'd get a 30-year mortgage and you plan to live there,
30 years.
30, 40 years. You'd see your basically end up having your great grandkids, ship you off to the retirement home to take over the house.
Yeah, and then like I think that is very respectable compared to people or companies that will just buy houses and then rent or sell them to people, and I think that's like cooking our economy.
Well, it's like what happened to my next to my cousin's house in Shawnee that got bought and then split up into 10, 12 apartments, something crazy like that. The idea of owning an apartment also seems kind of weird to me, because how do you own an apartment, like a single piece of an apartment? People are akin, I think, to a lease than it would be like an ownership, but you'd have a lot more say in terms of what you could do inside of it, and
presumably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you probably wouldn't be able to do major reconstruction, cut down walls and stuff. But like if you wanted to refurbish a bathroom, change the fixtures in it, it'd probably be more easier for you to do under a different type of ownership situation for an apartment.
Yeah, it's just like the housing market is fried. I don't think that's going to slow down for a while, and that's very frustrating to me.
And
as a fella who wants to own a house one day, so I can
not to mention people who say, "Well, no, you can't build low-income housing in this area because we don't want it."
Right. That's a whole different. A whole different problem. No, and I guess ultimately that was kind of where the question was. Like, do we still think about does this generation in particular still think about owning a house when the prices are skyrocketing? Because I know folks that bought a house for $30,000 that end up selling it for $1 million, 15, 20 years later. So
yeah, honestly, if I had Elon Musk's money, I would just buy every house in America and then charge 5 times how much it is, so people can't live anywhere anymore.
That sounds
just out of the hate in my heart.
Fantastic idea. Yes.
I would do that and then let everyone have free housing.
Right, yeah.
No,
I would do the exact same thing, except I would just let everyone have free housing.
I just buy them and give them away.
One thing, apparently, it would cost less than $1 trillion every year by a lot to fix homelessness and world hunger.
Right.
From what I did, it was around it was less than $100 million. It was $70 million a year. That is 0.7% of the U.S. GDP, or 7%. It's insane.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're trying to get between me and my money.
No, I'm not a commie.
Money is a fiction.
I am.
Right.
No, communism ruined America. Thanks, Obama.
Literally. Soviet Union,
Never said Soviet Union.
All right, guys.
Communism.
We are coming up on an hour, and we have gone through our 4 questions. So, yes, I'm going to say thank you, Lauran. Thank you, Alena. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Evo. Thank you, Cassidy.
Welcome.
Thank you, Julian.
You're welcome.
And I am Lewis. I've been your host. This has been another
You are.
Wednesday Night Undressed.